I want to hear from you. What did you think of Donkey Kong Bonanza's bosses? It's been about a week. I got 45 hours and I beat the game a few days ago. Let's talk about the bosses and how we can make them better. First up, we got Peeka Bruiser. It's the first boss, so we'll take it easy. I will say I like that it's metal, kind of forcing you to use your Kong form, but I will say a lot of bosses in the game have this HP issue, and they have this issue where the player rushes them down and there's no real way to force the player off, so you beat them in like 30 seconds. So I think that we need to increase their HP, and then maybe for this boss fight, just to make it a little extra special, maybe halfway through, let the boss flood the battlefield with water, and then introduce some platforming where now you're taking chunks of platforms and throwing it at the boss, so it's not all just punch, 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 and it's over in 30 seconds. Rolling right along, we have Grumpy Kong. He is way too slow and he cannot react to anything you're doing. So we need to speed up his stomp speed and we need to speed up his swing speed so that he can actually land a hit on you and make the fight somewhat enjoyable. I also want to add that his ground slam should have some kind of wind knockback so that even if it doesn't hurt you, it pushes you back and creates a little bit of space so he can try to reset and try to land at least one more hit on you. You could even add a mechanic where there's metal chunks nearby where if you pick it up and you hit him with it, then it'll actually stun him to where he won't do any attacks, and at that moment, you can get your hits in. It introduces throwing mechanics and breaks up the punching a little bit. He also just needs more HP. Moving on to Mad Mixer, I will say I like that the fight was on rails. It was a nice breakup from the other two bosses. So first off, let's change the bombs to regular rocks, and then let's mix in some steel walls. That way you can't just spam all the walls and just blow them out the way. And now that we have steel walls, let's give the option to transform into Kong form, and this will make it to where Kong form now has the ability to throw rocks through metal, making it to where he has more throw power than DK. Which I know it's still DK, but you get what I mean. Now, this change would also require you to be more precise because now if you're in Kong form, then you don't want to waste throws on walls that can be broken in DK form, and the opposite is also true. Also, add in some homing missiles because the only thing you really had to dodge from the boss was the lasers. So now you'll take your eyes off the boss and you'll use some of your rocks to just play defense instead of playing all offense. Next up, the Stomping Clomper. This guy had potential, but he still needs a lot of work. His legs need to be more durable, he needs more HP, he needs some kind of kick moves to keep the player from punching him down in seconds. The boss does have a phase 2 where he turns into metal, but literally all you do is change the Kong form and do the exact same thing you just did. His stomps need to be faster and kind of force the player to run away a bit when he starts stomping. We could also add a phase 2 and add a move where he jumps so high up that you can't see him on camera, and then you have to track his movement on the ground using his shadow. Then you could add a chain version of this move where he does it in rapid succession, really spicing up the fight. And that's all I had. I'd love to hear from you again. Like, follow, sub, all that good stuff. Y'all stay safe.